I was looking through the show notes here, and it says that you faced betrayal, business collapse, and even attempts on your life.
Who tried to kill you?
Business partners. That's where I form my opinions from. Our revenue base, starting off, you have nothing. And you have a dream. And then over time, you build it. I personally have built over $1 billion a year in revenue, or not one year, in my lifetime career, about $1 billion too. And along the way, you start collecting money. You start collecting cars and houses and vacations, and they see you're in their way. So as one particular partner with the Lake Cumberland, a houseboat party, like a company getaway for the weekend in Kentucky, and we're on wave runners, and I flipped one. Anybody that knows boater safety is hands up in the air, things flipped over, don't go near the area. This guy went right at me and just ran me over. And
On purpose?
On absolute purpose, yes. But another time, another business partner, he started doing side deals, something I was against with his drug partner. And so I go to Florida. We had an office down in Fort Lauderdale. And I had this gut feeling, don't stay in this room. So I was at the Holiday Inn on the ocean, and I moved about a mile down the road. I go back the next morning, and the room's absolutely ransacked and tore apart. They were looking for me, of course, because the dollars are so high. In the security guard business, it's a multiplier. So if you have a $50 million a year company I sold, it's worth a lot of money.
Your life is like an action movie, I swear.
The whole thing was. Yeah, so looking at it, we can sit back and being the best in that industry, I probably was and probably still the best in it, but it was all done through just elbow grease. I don't think you can't go to school and learn that stuff. You just got to do the job.
But how did you maintain resilience through all of that? Is that just something you do, or did you have ways to build yourself back up after these
You
traumas?
have to. You surround yourself with people, and those people rely on you. They have the nice houses and cars and kids in college, and if you fall down, you can't get back up, you've now let them down. So the driving force is really for someone else. Because once you have financially everything in life you need or want, you can walk away, but you want others to join you. And that was the fun of it. So as a person, I'm eccentric. My style was taking 25, 30 people, whether it be to Las Vegas or San Juan, Puerto Rico, or San Diego, wherever we wanted to go for that year. It was all expenses paid. We had suites at arenas that cost $500,000 or more a year plus. So we were fun to work with. We were a fun company. And when you do those things, you have so much, you don't have a choice. You're so deep. Because really, until you sell, you really are financially well off because you're deep.
Yeah.
So what the resilience is, it's called survival.
We were talking earlier about trust, right? And so you've been through all of this stuff with people trying to kill you, but you still have to be able to trust people to do business, right? So how do you figure that out? How do you set boundaries or guardrails to still trust people, but also, I guess, watch what you're doing?
Probably in the last 20 years in business, I allowed people into my life. I changed course because people knew too much about me. They knew the cars I was driving or how I live or how my house is laid out, and changed the way things were done, and didn't people get so close anymore. And then I pick and choose who I do business with. You can work with me or for me, but that doesn't mean you get to know me. And I think because of that, because of those threats and because of those things that occur, just the reality of the situation is people typically are evil, and everyone has an agenda, I believe. When you meet somebody, they call you, hey, how you doing, Greg? They want something most likely. And jealousy drives a lot of it. Jealousy drives a lot of that hatred and those threats. And it's...
Wow, so you've paid a price for your success.
Oh, 100%. I laid out in the book, I didn't pull any punches whatsoever. I laid out the truth. I wanted to lay out a story about a kid that was poor, broke, made something of himself through hard work, never stole anything, never went to jail, never got in trouble, never did a drug, rarely drank. Just stay focused, stay this, stay that. And then the last maybe 100 pages tells you how to do it, how to work, sacrifice, what you have to do. If you want to sit on the couch and do TikTok videos, you probably aren't going to get wealthy. And people say money isn't everything. The truth is, it is. It may not be, big money may not be everything, but you need money to survive. And if you have a child, I think you have a responsibility as a parent to provide for them, whether it be clothes or shoes or education or cars or whatever. And that's what's wrong with the world, I think.